to another episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. I'm Cam. With me, as always, is Mr. Andrew. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited for this episode.
I am sorry to hear that. So, today we are discussing the work of filmmaker extraordinaire Neil Breen. If you don't know who that is, I definitely envy you for that.
Just look him up.
Unfortunately, Andrew and I are well versed in the man's work. But there is something else going on today. So not long ago, I had made the declaration that once I hit 60 subscribers, I would do a stream after ingesting a spoonful of very hot sauce. And I have that here.
Yeah, and no milk or water nearby, I see.
Yeah, no, I'm freeballing it here. So I have this. It is a Korean hot sauce.
Okay.
It is. I have had food that's had this in it, and it brought me to tears. And that was with food.
No way.
Yeah. So it's still sealed, so you guys know I'm not trying.
Dude, if he's doing this for 60, imagine what he would do for 100.
For 100 subs, I might play Russian roulette.
Oh my gosh! Every time we say, "Isn't that correct?" You just take a shot. You know.
Isn't that
you would die?
Public trust?
I think you would literally die. Oh wait! Every time we say two-worded phrases from an episode of, because we watched, an episode of National Geographic and Star Trek, so we can try to combine these smart big words into one phrase.
Oh God. Oh, that's right.
I can smell it all the way over here.
Let me grab a spoon.
Just a spoonful of hot sauce helps the Neil Breen go down. The Neil Breen go down.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it really doesn't. Oh God. Okay, well, like my hand is literally shaking.
Oh my gosh. This is insane. Oh, I can hear it. It sounds great.
So
I probably shouldn't be holding my water in front of you.
You freaking tease. Okay.
Oh my gosh. What's the serving size? It probably is like not even a spoonful, because it'll send you into the Breen-verse.
Okay, well, I don't.
You know what? You're gonna be like Neil Breen and pass through. You're gonna die, and then an AI or alien abuse is gonna come out.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I'll declare, this is my universe.
And then you'll just slowly back out of the shot, so it's easier for the editor to edit me out. Yeah.
Okay, well, I do this for film lovers, and yeah, that's about all I got.
Oh, it's not even like a liquid. It's like,
it's almost like a jelly.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, delicious gems and jellies.
You guys can see. Oh, there.
Okay. Looks like a baby spoon.
Yeah, well, here we go.
I don't blame you. No way.
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming. Okay. So the thing with,
which one did you watch? Which of his movies did you watch?
Pass Through. It takes place out in the desert. It takes place out in the desert where Neil Breen is he's like a heroin addict or something. And
clean all this trash up. The border control gets suspicious.
Yeah. Oh God. So he's a heroin addict who eventually, I guess, overdoses on heroin, and
how?
You can see he's just
the water
squirting it like onto his arm instead of injecting it. But Oh God. he's he he dies, and his body gets replaced with like an AI. And what does the AI do? Why does the AI come back from the future? Oh God, who knows?
Who cares?
Uh,
Neil's writing is very much feast or famine. I'm quoting Fanboy Flicks here because it really is. He either does all this over the top exposition, or it's so cryptic
yeah.
that you have no idea what's. I mean, either way, you have no idea what's going on. But it's a different level of you have no idea what's going on. Maybe I can talk about the movie. Oh well, no, he's back. All right.
Okay. It's getting worse.
Oh gosh.
Ugh.
You know what? You don't have to do the whole stream like this. You can, you know.
It's gonna wear off eventually.
Oh God. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, there's another plot going on where these people are being, I guess, trafficked across the border or something, and a couple of girls escape, and they run away from the traffickers. Oh God!
But then they end up in the truck.
Yeah.
There's the shot where they're in the truck, and then they're back in the desert, and the girl's like, "Why are we running?" And by the way, in this movie, sorry, I don't mean to. No one acts; they just yell. Going. People just yell in this movie, so it's like, "Why are we running?" And she goes, "Your mother's my sister. I'm your aunt. I made a promise that I would protect you." Like what?
Yeah. Well, she asks why they're running.
Yeah.
After they have guns fired at them.
Exactly.
And so it's like, well, if nothing else, you're running away from the gunfire, you idiots.
I know.
Oh God, I'm sweating.
The logic in Neil's. Oh, and then he comes up with a name. Oh, he okay, so they come across him in the desert, and they're like, he kindly offers them to stay in his camper, and it's all like dirty. You don't want to stay there, but they're like, we can't stay here. We can't. Like they're being forced, even though they weren't. They just came about him, and he's like, don't worry, I'll clean it all up. And he just starts throwing out the cans, and he's like, clean? See, it's all clean. It's like he just threw out the trash.
Yeah, the original person has like a addiction to both heroin and canned tuna fish.
Yeah. So, hey, speaking of canned tuna.
Oh yeah, yes. Andrew is coming in clutch with his Neil Breen shirt. Oh God.
Hey, you know what? You lasted a lot longer than I would.
Oh God,
that was almost too hot.
It's honestly not quite as spicy as I was expecting, but holy crap.
That looked pretty spicy.
That's rough.
But now we can actually have a conversation, because otherwise it would just be a solo episode with me.
I know.
And no one wants that. Come on.
Right. Exactly. Oh, but yeah, he invites these girls to stay with him, and why does he invite them to stay? He doesn't even know them, but he has like a conversation with a CG tiger.
Oh, the tiger! I forgot.
I don't know. And what one of the girls says, "Sure, I saw you out there in the desert. You disappeared and reappeared.
You're a weird dude.
You're a really weird dude." And he just has nothing to say to that. Oh.
You know what I love about how he cuts the movies? Because it's like this in I Am Here Now. There's a scene where they're having a conversation together, like they're sitting on the desert ground, and then it just cuts, and they're folding towels with holes in them, and they both go, "Hey, like there's been some time jump when you just cut from mid. They were just talking," and they're going, like, I don't get it.
And at some point, he catches up with the traffickers, and he confronts the lady in this house, and
oh yeah,
and she's like, Who are you? You are done. You have no value.
I have no use for you in the streets.
Oh God. Then what? Then what are they having them for? If they have no value, then what's the?
You know what I love? When she's shooting the people in that scene, the gun switches from each shot between being in her left hand or her right hand.
Yeah. It's yeah.
It's like boom, cuts to the person dropping dead. Next shot, boom.
He walks off screen slowly backward, and she just disappears.
It was for the editor. It was a college student.
I'm sure it was. Oh God.
Oh, I love to. Okay, all these people. Oh, the reactions for these people. There's one that goes like, and and then you're feeding them beans, and then they have toilet paper in this small room. Like,
Yeah.
trying to understand a Neil Breen movie is not possible, and we're
Even-
not jumping around like because we want to. That's how the plot. That's the movie. It just jumps around. You know.
And even after having sat through that, I still have no clue what the movie's about. It's like he an AI takes over his body, and then he saves a couple of people from being trafficked.
Oh, he goes to the rich people. He just like sneak because he goes to eliminate all the bad people. And so he like sneaks, and then somehow a suit just comes out of nowhere. And the visual effects in this movie are wow. He must have had one heck of a budget because it's really a picture of stock footage. He loves stock footage. And he doesn't move the picture when the angle changes. So it looks like people are standing like this.
Yeah, it's just like he cuts to people in the exact same location. Oh.
And Neil always has an underlying message or tries to with his movies, but it's always that the government is corrupt. People are corrupt. It's like the same thing in all his movies. And he's always the good guy. And women always want him.
Yeah. As the CEO of a major corporation, we do our best to ensure that interest rates stay high.
And people can do nothing about it. And then they all go, because it's like the same four people, and then they all go, once Neil leaves, then they go, oh, wait a minute, who was that guy? And,
and that they actually was like 3 times, and then as he leaves, the mansion like blows up behind.
It's like some Emu War visual effects.
It's like a PNG of an explosion.
And then he goes on like a who cares how long speech. Oh, he goes to the news. That's what it is, because he's eliminated the bad people. And the speech that he gives about how corrupt everyone is. And he loves using 2-worded phrases. He uses like these big words and he puts them together and they make no sense. And like when he's with the rich people in the meetings, he says the same 2 lines. He goes, isn't that corrupt? Isn't that betraying the people's trust?
Trust.
And he just says that over and over and over and over.
Yeah. And
man,
then that was the one that I watched.
Yes.
I am here.
I gotta go take a phone call real quick. Now.
And
you know what's hilarious? The movie title does that. The opening title card does that because it displays I am here. And then a few seconds later displays now. I will say this. This movie, pass through is like bad. This one was hilariously bad. Like I was like surprisingly had a good time with it, and I did not expect to say that. I don't know what's going on with the movie. It makes no sense. The movie opens where okay. I gotta say this. The first 15 minutes are just Neil walking around the desert.
Oh God.
The first 15 minutes. So he's like God. He's like this alien God. All right. So you see he arrives on Earth. Okay. Well, actually, we see a shot of a cross. All right. And then we see a shot of someone coming down from the cross. However, with this shot, a cross is like this. All right. Except he doesn't have the vertical piece. to it in the shot. So it's just someone holding up the piece like this, like the wood like this.
It's like holding up a plank on their.
Yeah. And anyway, so he's walking around the desert, and this is how you know it's a desert, because there's like human skulls and remains sitting there like that. That really sells it. Also, the desert's free to shoot in, so that's why all those movies take place in like the desert. But he's walking around and he goes, why are humans like this? He literally says this, I'm not even kidding. He goes, I've given them everything. I've given them everything.
Yeah.
I've given them everything. I don't know how much he's given us, but and then I gotta show you this because I have my phone right here. This is how the camera pans for like every shot. It's like they did this and they were supposed to be like, all right, editor, cut here, and then he didn't do this because there's a shot where Neil walks by a rose that's dead. The next shot, it's this, and I'm not exaggerating. All to then literally see that the rose is now healthy and standing up. It's like a new rose. They were like cut. And then whenever he goes to establish a new location, he does this. I'm not going slower than him. This is literally what he does.
Okay, that's
and then
starting to subside now.
And then so this movie is about, I don't know. There's like the solar power. So it's like there's a senator, U.S. senator, I guess, and he has like a lawyer and this other guy, attorney or something, that's like paying him off to not vote to have the solar power energy as like the main power source. They go this. It's like they're reading off the script there. They go, the world's gone without solar power energy for this long. They certainly could wait a few more years. And then it cuts to this lady. Okay. This lady that is like the boss of like a solar panel power plant, whatever. There's a scene. She hires these two girls, right? She's like, we're so happy to have you. Literally, next scene, and the way they cut, you don't know this is supposed to be a future scene. She's now walking out of the building and she goes, I'm sorry, girls, we're going to have to let you go. I'm like, what? You just hired them. And then, okay, so then that girl, she's like, oh, well, crap, what am I going to do now? I can't find a job. I was doing something very important. And so is her. Yeah, exactly. Her sister, who a redhead and a blonde are twins, but whatever. She's got her real baby. She goes, what am I going to do? I have a baby. And her sister goes, just become a full-time hooker or stripper. She goes, you're pretty. You're smart. And I'm not making this up. She goes, we're twins. We're beautiful. You know, we're hot. Like, that's literally the line. And then they start walking. This guy's riding on a bike and he goes, wow. And then he falls off his bike. They turn and laugh at him, keep on walking. And then he goes, wow. And then, oh, it cuts whenever they go to establish the gang. It's like a panning shot. And we have
standing in a row.
Yeah, and they're all just like, yeah, gang, yeah, drugs, gang, guns, you know. And
last batch of guys that would ever be in a gang together.
Yeah, and Neil claims that he hires professional actors for all his movies. I would like to challenge that on several occasions because there's a sound effect. They record. Yeah, they shoot this guy's hand in the wrist, and he goes, ah. They take that scream. And then for the rest of the movie, anytime anyone screams, it is that scream.
Yeah.
Like, and let's see. Okay, the girls are hooked. Oh, okay, Neil. Oh, Neil, I'm trying to remember where the movie goes after this. Oh, so the gang, it's corrupt. Neil freezes a bunch of people even though they're still moving.
There's cars. Background.
Yeah, there's cars like going and oh, there's the old guy that's in the wheelchair. And he goes, cancer's really kicking my butt. I only got a month to live, but I always wanted to see the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign before I die, even though I'm like 5 minutes from it. And so the guy, what I love is this is like, did you only do one take? Because it's supposed to be a guy that's walking and then just bumps into him by accident, but he's walking, he turns, he sees him. You see, he sees him, and then he like tries to do this like, and then like falls and then pushes the old guy, and then Neil, should I say God, because that's who he's playing, because he's always some God, puts his right hand on the guy's shoulder and goes, "That's not right," and then makes it to where he can't see and his shirt's inside out, and he goes off running. And then later in the movie, that same old guy is just in a random neighborhood, just rolling around, and the girl, the sister that had the baby that was going to become the stripper, a hooker, her baby like throws like a toy, and the guy like picks it up and goes, "Here, ma'am." And then it's supposed to be like he's narrating a thought, or maybe he's supposed to tell it to her, and he goes, "Cancer's kicking my butt. I only got a month to live." And then Neil shows up randomly and goes, he does this, that, which he does throughout the whole film, and he goes,
Heals the guy.
yeah, he goes, and it's one of the actors from The Gang. Like they ran out of actors. Then he goes, "Get up, live a long, healthy life like you just did. Here's your redo. And by the way, this girl that's just randomly here, yeah, start a family with her. It doesn't matter what she thinks about it. Just she was here.
Who is she? Who is she? Man, who is this man? Or
exactly. She has a kid. She's obviously probably has a guy involved in her life. There was one scene, and I thank the Internet Archive that you can put the movie in 3x speed, because there's a 10-minute scene where the twin sisters go into a pool, which is the same pool from Fateful Findings. Sad that I even know that. But the senator guy, the black guy, he does this for 10 minutes with his tie. He just goes, "Oh, yeah." They get into the water. They struggle, and I put this in 3x speed because I don't want to sit here for 10 minutes watching this. They struggle for like a minute or two to get on these floaties. It then cuts to them taking off their bikinis, tops, but then they're like this and they're laughing. Cuts to champagne being poured.
Yeah, just
cuts back to them laughing.
4 different scenarios.
Yes, cuts back to them laughing. Cuts back to them in the pool. And it does those same 4 things for 10 minutes. Adds nothing to the story. There's no point. Like, it doesn't make sense. The whole movie doesn't make sense. But I got to back up. I got to back up to when Neil's in the desert and he comes across this couple that's just randomly in their car. They're sitting on the trunk. And they have they're obviously drunk. And the guy goes, "I want you so bad." So he unbuttons her top button. And then she goes, "Yeah, I don't really want you right now." And then like Neil comes up and he shoots him. Neil heals himself. Neil freezes them. He stacks them on top of each other, steals the guy's clothes. That's very godlike. Drives for when they're showing the shots of him driving and they clearly recorded the road audio, that makes sense. Then it randomly cuts to a shot of the girls in the pool. Same audio is playing. I highly doubt Neil is seeing them from the road from the perspective that the camera is showing.
Yeah.
And then the ADR, you can tell some people recorded their audio in like a bathroom, and then some actually was like studio or something. And then they like use the same shot and like cut it over and over again, because when one of the twins, when her husband dies, she goes, "Ah!" And then the black guy, the leader of the gang, and I say a black guy, we don't know anyone's names, by the way.
Yeah.
No one's.
Oh.
Yeah. Like it's literally the same thing, and then she throws up twice. Like
she throws up, no gagging or anything. She just goes,
no, just it was like she had it in her mouth and was like, And then I love this line delivery. This guy needs to be like in a Dune level of movie, because he was like, "We have a problem." That's when they killed the husband, and he turns, looks at his body, and goes, "We eliminated the problem."
Yeah. God.
Okay. Let's see what else happens.
Hot sauce has almost fully subsided at this point. I still
That's
have
good.
I still have a nice tingle. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was definitely
take another shot. I'm just kidding.
it was definitely very different from like how do I describe it had more of a full flavor as opposed to just being about the spice. It was
5 minutes. The 5 minutes of you going, "Oh," that was more entertaining than any of the movies that I watched.
Yeah, well, it definitely it came on fast. It hit pretty hard, and then it kind of tapered off, fairly mercifully. So
that's good.
Ooh, okay. I feel like I can actually have a conversation now.
I was gonna say we kind of talked about everything for the movies because like nothing happens.
Yeah. Well, in in Fateful Findings, that I mean, might as well just go through his freaking filmography.
Yeah.
See, even that still, I don't know what it's about because it's like different
He
snippets.
is an author that is actually a government hacker that reads his own books all the time.
And he has like 20 laptops.
Yeah, see, like, oh, I love there's a scene where in Double Down, real quick, because this is kind of what this is inspired from. He takes a dish satellite, puts it on his trunk, kind of messes around with a wrench, and I don't mean this rude, but Neil has man boobs. No one wants to see that with his shirt off, but he likes to have his shirt off. Anyway, he does this and he's like, ooh, la 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 with the wrench, and then is like he's typing on his laptop, looks at the dish, like, yep, all right, that's all right. Like it's feeding him information. Like
Not on that computer, it's not.
no, because they're always off. And he never even, but they're obviously from the 90s, which is why he can spill coffee on it, throw it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, he's yeah.
It's like he does one takes for all of his scenes.
I can't wait anymore. I'm not ready for this.
Then there's the scene where he goes, I need my medicine. Wife brings him medicine. Ugh, I don't want this anymore. Like,
like he pours the bottle of pills
oh,
toilet, but doesn't flush them, so his wife just goes in and fishes them out. Wouldn't they be disintegrated by now?
Right, yeah.
They would.
I don't want to know what those really were then. I mean, it's like the scene with his drunk friend where they're at dinner and he knocks over his beer with a beautifully presented bread that took a long time to make. And he kind of goes, and I have some more wine? Like, buddy, no.
And I feel like that pool party, I mean, but besides the fact that his childhood crush was there with the journal.
Just randomly.
Yeah, carry with her every single day.
We got to talk about the intro then. And then her diary entry is, it's a magical day. And then they go off in a 2010, early 2000s vehicle that definitely was around in the 80s that this is supposed to be taking place in, or 70s, whatever the how old Neil is supposedly.
Yeah, he's like in his 50s, but the girls, the women that he supposedly has fawning over him are in their maybe 30s.
And that his wife in this movie, let's just say that like she was not just like an actress that was like, yes, he opened up a certain type of magazine and went, yes, I want her to be in this movie.
He opens it, the centerfold falls out. He's like, that's the one.
Well, actually, now he can't even open the magazine. It goes, but
just imagine Neil Breen trying to open a magazine.
Exactly. I can see you doing that. Oh, and what is supposed to be, I guess, a reference to Christmas Vacation, but it leads to one of the most uncomfortable movie scenes I've ever watched, because we are supposed to believe this teenage girl wants everything to do with Mr. Neil Breen, and he just used that as a you don't want to do this, even though he goes, you don't want to do, you can't do this, and she literally looks to the camera like help,
like 3 times.
She goes like,
and she looks at the camera and like,
help me.
Like, what?
And then
like she doesn't even get a line until her dad commits suicide.
I can't see you on camera. I don't know what you're doing. No, I don't know what you're doing with slow-mo. Oh no. I don't think we could see. Yeah. All right. That was more interesting than Fateful Findings, but and also when she's starting to start the bath, she doesn't close the sink off. Or sink, the tub. She doesn't put the thing down to like
wasting water.
Yeah. And then he says later when he's talking to his wife, he said, she is not allowed to come back over here again unless she calls first.
because that's the difference.
Yeah, there you go, Neil. That makes me feel way better.
And then later, her father commits suicide. Oh no! Her
No,
father didn't commit suicide. Her
the
mother kills her father.
And
And,
so she goes, I'm going to shoot your car. She has like the entire front of the car to shoot, and she hits him. Like, your aim is terrible. Like,
and then she puts the gun by
yeah.
him that has all of her fingerprints on it.
Like, forensics won't notice that, you know.
And then the daughter comes in, and the mother's
this scene is
see anything, and she's like,
dad, dad. Like, and the mom's like, you didn't see anything. You know, you killed him. You know how he was. You know, like, oh, and then Neil is just randomly there.
Just randomly there, he finds him. He puts his head,
Jim.
his bloody hands just goes. I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide.
I cannot believe we watch these movies. I cannot believe we watch these movies.
I will never. If it wasn't for this, I would have never even considered it.
And then
you actually went out of your way and bought merchandise.
It was on TeePublic, and it was on. They were running their store-wide sale. So, actually, I saw Fanboy Flicks for this in one of his reviews for Neil Breen's movies, and I saw that and I went, I gotta find where to get that shirt.
Oh my god!
It's such a funny like icebreaker. Like,
and so
who's Neil Breen?
Somewhere Neil Breen looks at his bank account and sees a purchase was made, and he's like, "Honey, the funding for another movie."
Oh gosh, that's about as much he spends on his movies. And then okay. So we got to talk about the two therapy scenes. So he goes to one, it's this huge board table, which that makes sense for therapy. He says the same thing like 3 times. I'm feeling more unstable. I'm feeling less and less stable.
Yeah.
And then the next time he goes, they're touching knees. It's this old lady. I mean, they're in a broom closet. Like, what the heck?
Couldn't you have shot both scenes
on
the day in the same room and just changed your clothes or something?
Oh, speaking of which, we gotta talk about this opening scene after.
What up, dingus?
Hey, Spencer. You missed the hot sauce. You got to go back about 20 minutes.
Yeah. It was rough, but it passed a bit quicker than I thought it would, and it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it would. It was tough. Tough, but whew. I am feeling some bubble guts right now, so yeah, I will probably be on the toilet a little bit later.
And we got to talk about the opening of Fateful Findings with Neil. So when the first shot it shows of Neil is outside. Okay, Neil loves these upward shots because you can shoot him anywhere and then it doesn't matter. The very next shot, he is walking outside of his business, his job. He walks. Oh, all the phone calls are one-sided, by the way. There's no back and forth. Anyway, he walks to the sidewalk. There's no like crosswalk or anything, but he cuts. There's supposed to be people next to him. There's like a light, all this stuff. He walks. A car that has about 5 business days to stop hits him. Somehow only messes up half his face. He goes to a hospital that's in someone's living room. He has the nose thing. He takes it off. It's not even in his nose. Like, it's just like on the thing.
I don't think he's ever been to a hospital before.
No, Neil Breen doesn't need a hospital. He's like the Chuck Norris of bad movies. He just heals.
And he is an AI from the future who
exactly
has corruption. He doesn't need a hospital.
He doesn't need a hospital to heal himself. And then he comes home to his wife, and we have one of the most spicy. It's spicier than the hot sauce you just had shower scenes that I've ever seen. Fully clothed. She comes in fully clothed. By the way, in all his movies, women do not wear bras. That must be in the contract. Do not wear a bra so that you can just pull the shirt off, you know.
Yeah.
And anyway, and by the way, the amount of blood that's falling off of him in the shower is like he's bleeding to death. Like, no, you need to get back to the hospital, Neil. Like, it's like they got a tube, the same tube that Jim had, and just was like poured down me. It's like that's a lot more than like just a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and he has this alien mask that he wears in one of the shower scenes. There's like a make out scene with him.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, just
And it's so awkward.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that she is just not into it at all.
I want to know one of two things: what that contract said, or how much he paid these women. Because like, there's no way they could look at the production or the movie unless they're like, yeah, I'm in a movie. Like, did you not watch his previous 2 movies? Like, what? Like, I don't know. Maybe he pays well. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think he does, because in Double Down, when he hires, he calls for a stripper and he goes, "How's business, baby?" And the way he writes it is she goes, "It's hot." And he literally hires her just so she can walk by, so a guy looks and he can give him a shot. It's like, does he not know what, like, I don't know. It just, buddy, do some research.
I would be curious to know exactly what the budgets are for his movies. I don't know if that's ever been like disclosed.
Let me see. I don't know if IMDb even has an estimate. Let me see.
Um,
I'll look up
if
pass through.
if his budget for pass through is more than $10,000, I will be absolutely I'll be flabbergasted, because there's no way that any more of that money made it on screen.
No. Let me see. I'm pulling up his IMDb. You got to kind of do a deep search for him. I love that, like, because he's credited for everything. Like on IMDb, it says like for Fateful Findings, it lists him as additional crew as NNN Entertainment Partners, because that's what he does. Because when he does everything, he puts his name and creates like these businesses with like the letter of his name. That's just stuff that Neil did. Like,
Yeah,
Pass Through has a 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
that's generous.
You know what a lot of it is probably trolling high reviews, because I saw the same. I see those usually for bad movies.
High reviews, this is one of the movies of all time.
Someone titled one, gave it a 6. They said not quite as good as Lawrence of Arabia. That's gonna be what I say. Pastor's good, but it's not quite Lawrence of Arabia good, you know.
Oh man.
Okay, the details. There's no budget shared, but some trivia. This is where you know people are making up trivia. There's 3 trivias for Pass Through. To relieve tension on set, Neil Breen would play a pair of bongos in a Bigfoot suit.
In a what suit?
Bigfoot.
I'll be perfectly honest. I almost believe that.
I was gonna say this next one. I would be so mad if I did this. It says this is the 4th movie directed by Neil Breen, and it is the first to use crowdfunding for its production. However, Breen stated that he already had enough funds to produce the movie, but he used crowdfunding to supplement and improve the final product. What the heck did the other product look like? Oh my gosh, if that's the final.
See, the other product didn't have the tiger.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
What was the freaking JPEG of the tiger?
And then this one is genuine trivia. This is an Easter egg, because I know this. When the girl finds her way to the military guy in the cave that's suffering from PTSD, he has a military vest, and it's the same military vest that Breen wears himself in Double Down. Another piece that he uses this like the set of antlers in like every scene. Like not every scene, but like every movie, like every opening scene in the desert, to establish the setting.
Right, and I did not notice that. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it's like he has it up in his house and is like, production's starting. Where? The desert. Got to use this, because it's in Fateful Findings. It turns as they're walking by, so they're not even in the desert.
There's that, and then there's also another motif that he uses where there are shots where you see just like black dress shoes.
Yes,
wearing dress shoes, and you don't know who it is or what they're doing there. But
I don't even think Neil does.
I'm just hanging out off screen here. I'm making myself a little snack to kind of.
Oh, I know what it is. You're doing what Neil did to the lady. I'm the lady. I have no use for you on this show. And then you say, "This is my show.
This is my universe."
Oh, there's also the subplot that Neil did for Pass Through with the kids that are like they somehow have the technology to pick up the signal that Neil's crashed.
Oh,
and they have their teacher that's like on a breathing machine, but then they take him out to the desert, and the kid's dad drives him, and he's like, "Dad, you want to come?" And he goes, "No, this is probably another one of your false alarms. I'm just gonna get some sleep in the car, take a nap." And funny thing is, they first come across Neil because he's laying on the ground. They go, "No, this is just some bum. It's not that guy." Then, like 5 seconds later, they come across Neil again, and the kid goes, "You're the guy." And then Neil says, "Here, now they'll believe you," and gives him like a ton of diamonds.
yeah.
Like this is the kid telling people, "You still don't believe me? Well, guess what? Now do you believe me? I know. How do you not believe me at this point? Like, I don't get it." But
Exactly. I mean, for all anybody else knows, those could be like blood diamonds from Africa or something.
right. Neil bought them because they were like cheap or something. You know?
he okay. Let me tell you what he did. He went into a Michael's. You ever been to before?
Yes, I have.
And he bought a crap load of those Swarovski crystals.
Yeah.
And
man,
because to the untrained eye, you could almost think those are diamonds.
Yeah, I love this. I was looking for I'm Here Now. Under the goofs, it said, "Believe it or not, that is a fake baby." Like, oh. Like, I almost couldn't tell. Like, I thought it was real, especially when it went goo goo gaga, you know?
Oh my god, that's funny.
There's a little bit more trivia for I Am Here Now.
Keep going through. This could be like the rest of the episode.
I'll do just a few. I won't do the whole thing. I just love it because people obviously put these here. It's not like actual trivia. It says, when one twin sister loses her job, the other sister waits almost a full second before suggesting her sister turn to prostitution as the only hope for her.
Just that extra, like, half second of contemplation really sold the scene.
She was like, "What am I gonna do? Become a prostitute?" I thought about it for a second. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this could be true. The man in the wheelchair offered to shave off his hair to better portray a man going through chemo treatments, but Neil Breen declined because he didn't know the side effects of chemo. That's believable. I'm telling you.
That further adds credence to my hypothesis that Neil Breen has never been in a hospital before.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'll read one more. This one's gonna make you choke. Upon release, the baby's acting was critically panned for lacking emotional depth. The trivia's way better than the movies.
See, I feel like that this would make a good episode. Just one day we sit down and react to like Neil Breen IMDb trivia.
I want to read one more and then I'll stop.
All right.
This one's too good. Despite cancer chemo kicking his butt, the man in the wheelchair is not alone in wanting to see the Vegas sign. Many people have it as a life goal and a bucket list item to see the Vegas sign.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, at least he's really going for realism there.
Yeah, that really sold it there, Neil, because That's kind of a bucket list for me. I like seeing it on the movies and TV shows is one thing, but seeing it in person, even if because seeing it up close is different than seeing it from 5 minutes away. All right, because you're not experiencing it, you know.
It's about the smell. You can
Yes.
smell the sign. Oh
Oh
wow.
my gosh, that was hilarious. I love when people do that. Like, I mean, yeah, man, the baby just honestly, the baby gave the best performance, and I am here, and I am here. Hmm, now.
Now.
I'll wait till next week. Start the show now.
Yeah.
we wait like 5 years down the road now.
And Neil Breen has done like I think he's done like 8 movies and
6.
6. Okay.
6. Yeah. It's sad that I know all the titles. It's Double Down, I Am
Yep.
Here Now,
Mhm.
Fateful Findings,
Okay.
Pass Through, Twisted Pair,
Yep.
Cade the Tortured Crossing.
Yeah.
That is so sad that I know all this.
And Cade the Tortured Crossing. It's when he tried, to
As his first ever sequel.
Yeah, he tried to play the twins again. But
Buddy, walk into the dollar store and get some convincing stuff. Don't draw on paper. Like, oh, and he can like jump, like he's got like spider, like he can jump like from able to leap tall buildings without getting a wedgie, like Captain Underpants. I mean,
bird, it's a plane.
It's a plane.
No,
it's Neil Breen. It's just Neil Breen. Yeah. Although Neil, we know you're watching. If you want to come on the show, we will happily have you on.
Yes.
We need to pick your brain,
Yes, and we are by no means judging Neil Breen personally.
No, we don't know the guy.
His movies are just hilarious.
They are. I don't even know. Like, I was going to, and I still haven't, because I was going to log I Am Here Now on Letterbox, and I was like, I don't even know how to rate it, because like it wasn't like Hold My Eyes Open bad, because I kept, and I think the reason is because there's no story, you keep going, all right, and then you realize, oh, there's 20 minutes left, nothing's going on, but I'm just dying laughing at how bad it is, and then what makes no sense. And like there's the scene where they're beating up the rat, the mole, which by the way, when the gang leader comes out and says, I got word that we got a mole. From who? Like there's no lead up to that. And then he just turns, looks at the guy throws his gun on the ground and starts running towards them, and they catch him and they start beating him up. And then all the senator and his guys are like, we want no part of this. Then when Neil freezes them, they're in fight position. They went from we want no part of this to the freeze.
Yeah. It's
what?
There's no consistency.
Oh, and there's a Weird Al in the gang. He's the German. I love Neil's writing, because the gang leader says, this is our German insider. He can get us anything we want from outside the country. And the guy says, yes, I am your German insider. I can get you anything you want outside of the country. It's like, oh, what can he do? I didn't know. I didn't hear it when the gang leader just said it 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. You sit back and you cross your arms. You're like, okay, he's a what now?
Yeah. What? I didn't quite catch that. See, what I need is a second. I need you to say your lines in a second. All right. This 2-3 second nonsense, you lose me. But I need you should become a stripper, kind of like that speed. Like I need that, or you lose me. I forget what was said half a second ago. Oh, he says in Pass Through, when he's explaining the AI till or light backwards, which definitely would be pronounced till. He says, this is where Neil watched an episode of like Cosmos or something, a science fiction show. I know science, because he gets like a bendable like rubber or something, and he goes, he doesn't even say quantum physics, he says quantum physics or something, and he goes, I am able to bend time. I come from here to here, and I basically make a shortcut from here. So that's why I'm here, and you will love me because you're the young lady in the movie. And I'm charming because I am so smart. I love to use big words. Programmable DNA. You know,
Programmable virtual reality.
reality. I love that they're not even having a conversation. They're just all saying, I gotta pull up that dialogue.
Well, the woman comes by and says, "Are you ready for your next mission?" And she just holds out her hand, and a little something that we can't even see what it is just pops up on there, and she's like, "Programmable virtual reality."
I love that, and I'm not saying I'm a great writer. I probably couldn't write a movie better than Neil, but like, at least with the editing, pay someone to edit your movies, please, because gosh, it's like there's no, and it's like they do one take. It's like we got to film this in 2 days, so just whatever goes, you know. And if you can't act, just yell. You know.
I love in Pass Through whenever the girl learns his real name, Till. She's like,
oh my gosh.
And she literally spells it out for the audience, like literally spells it.
T
I
yeah.
HT. And she looks and she's like, "Have you seen the future?" It's like,
what?
What the hell kind of leap in logic is this? You realize?
I thought she was gonna go. This is his kingdom, you know.
Like if you found out that my name is Goblin spelled backwards, what do you think I'm out here eating teenagers or something? Like
wait,
you to give me kind of a progressive logic.
Your name is Mac. Can you see the future?
Do you own Apple?
My name is Wordina, and I can see the future. You know, like I love because
actually, if you use my full name,
oh well, yeah,
Noramac.
That definitely sounds like something that would be from the future.
I am the great wizard Noramac.
That yeah, and then you start speaking gibberish, and that's you're putting a spell on me.
Next thing I know, I'm a flaming fireball that lands in waist deep water to harass Kroll and his gang. How did I get there? Well,
well, I love in I shouldn't say I love. I cannot believe I just said that before talking about a Neil Breen movie, but Fanboy. Okay, I do in Fanboy Flicks video from Pass Through when she does the can you see the future, and he just goes like, what? I like almost spit out my drink. Like I was like, yeah, how do you get from your name is Light spelled backwards? You're definitely out there. You probably have seen you're from the future. You've seen the future. This isn't the first movie though that we've seen Neil be able to defy physics and walk through an object. And I'm willing to bet that rock was not hollow inside. So was he just like what was the point of going in there? Like, what is he going to do in there? Actually, I probably don't want to know.
It's like in Fateful Findings, whenever he rescues his childhood crush, the kidnapper, whoever the hell he is.
And why is she being kidnapped? Oh, but we know because we know where she's going to be because he had his location where he's supposed to take her on him in case he forgot. Signed by whoever told him to do it.
And he gets there and he walks through the door of the camper that she's in, and
I love this part. Like,
he takes off her blindfold and her gag so that she can see that it's him, and he's like, "Okay, I don't want you to see what's about to happen."
See, that makes sense. Okay.
He puts the blindfold back on, and then he's I'm gonna put the gag back in. Why? It's
because that's what the people want to see, you know.
Also,
that blindfold is terrible.
I feel like Neil's been waiting his entire life to be able to say that to a woman.
Yeah.
It's like okay, Neil, what's the safe word? Recite, pass through.
Oh, quantum physics is it's like sometimes I don't even know. I'm at a loss because I don't know how. I know there's maybe a little bit of a bias when it's your project and it's your writing, but I don't know how you could write a movie like this, film it, see the final product, and go, yes, I want the world to see this. Like, what?
Like it almost feels like a conglomeration of YouTube short films.
Yeah,
But
it
I'm
does.
talking old YouTube, back before people had money with which to do
He
things.
shot Double Down on 35 millimeter. Like, where did he get that kind of money? And that's not cheap to film on either.
No,
Kind
he,
of just said the same thing twice.
yeah,
I'm
well, that
turning into Neil Breen.
must have been another crowdfunding type deal.
Yeah,
I
well, and it's like,
was a drug dealer in a past life or something.
yeah, well, and there's the part where Double Down where he falls on the ground and he goes, "I love this country, I love America," and then he just runs off in the desert shouting for like 5 minutes.
And
Ah, and I'm not going to accuse Neil of anything here because I don't know him personally, but he's walking through the desert in Double Down. He sees this old white guy just randomly sitting in the desert, looks at him and says, "Old man, you don't look like a terrorist," and then just keeps walking. Like, like, all right, Neil, what looks like a terrorist? Why don't you answer that question there? You know.
well, you ever seen Harold and Kumar?
I've never seen that, but that's way better than anything Neil's done. I will say this.
Watch Harold and Kumar someday.
I really do. There's like 4 or 5 of them, right?
There's 2 and a Christmas special.
Okay. Here's one thing I will say in Neil's defense, because if his movies were good, we would be saying this a lot. I respect his ambition to go out and make a movie, and he funds it all himself. I've heard he's really professional on set. Does he seem weird in his movies? Yes. Does he obviously get women that would not be attracted to him normally? Sure. Can we blame him? No. Except for the teenage girl. That's a little weird, but whatever. But you know what? Because if his, like I said, if his movies were like good, we would be like, oh, the fact that he goes out and does this, I respect it because not a lot of people do that.
Right.
But that doesn't always equal a good final product. And I think he slightly progressed like this. I should say he slightly progressed like this, and then just like complete. It's like each movie got worse than the last. And there's a scene in, I think it's Twisted Pair, where this girl like approaches him relatively close to his age, within maybe 10, 15 years. And I say relatively close, I mean relatively close compared to the previous women. But he's like, the implication they give off in the scene is they've never met before. But he goes, "Meet me back here at 8." She doesn't meet him back there at 8, and there's like this homeless guy, and Neil's like, "Ah, well, crap." Well, somehow he like tracks her down her house, and they start like attacking each other. And there's conveniently a painting on the couch that she can put over his head. Then we learned that that's his wife, and this is their version of a fun time. And like, what? Like, how do you? I don't even know how you get to that point of like, let's pretend you're breaking in, and like,
Zero narrative consistency.
yeah.
Well, you think back to pass through, and it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, here's the thing. There is such a thing as good shot composition. There's also such a thing as continuity. So if you show characters running away from a location in a previous scene, don't show them right next scene, only to have them be in a different location in the following.
You know what? He watched a Nolan film and went, "I can do nonlinear storytelling," but the way he does it is not. He doesn't, in the way he cuts his scenes, you almost don't feel like it's changing to another scene. It's just like there's like a random cut. It's like I said, they're having this conversation, like they're just like sitting on the ground, and then it cuts and they're bonding over towels with holes in them, going like, "Hey," like there's been a gap between them talking, even though we literally just saw them mid conversation. I guess he doesn't do storyboards or he doesn't outline. I would love to see what the script looked like for the scene in Fateful Findings where he is eating spinach All right, it's like this. He's eating spinach. He puts it on some files. It falls. He goes, and then she goes, like, get me out of this scene. And then, like, what? It doesn't do anything. Like, the thing is, the scene is supposed to, like, either tell us something about the characters or progress the story. That never happens in any of his scenes, other than maybe a minute amount or over the top exposition. I don't know. It's just
and see, like, the exposition that he has characters say doesn't even relate to the story.
no.
It relates to other things.
Exactly.
As the CEO of a major bank, we manipulate interest rates so that it's like nobody talks like this.
No, and then like the scene where they all decide to self-eliminate themselves. There's a scene where the guy like takes a pill and he's going like die in his car, and he leans forward like this. His eyes are closed. He opens them for a second to see how close he is to the steering wheel, and then goes, Who dies like that? It's like in Double Down when he kills the wrong couple. Well, he kills the husband, and then he goes to find the couple he was supposed to kill, even though he's supposed to be this top secret agent. And they both have killed themselves, but they're sitting like this, leaning with each other on a rock. No back support. They killed each other, both went like this, and
what? You never heard of rigor mortis? Obviously, peasant.
Apparently not. I think here's the problem that I realized just now. I think Neil's movies are ahead of its time, and we don't have the brain power to understand them. Because I feel like I'm losing brain cells here talking about him and trying to explain him. But crap, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, there's going to be a new generation that goes, what are you talking about? This great stuff. And I'm going to go, I'm going to say, you know what? It's not good. It's good, but it's not quite Lawrence of Arabia good. It's not quite Godfather good, but it's somewhere between Emu War and Godfather. It's like it's somewhere.
We're in that spectrum.
Somewhere, yeah. You could put it just about anywhere about here,
Yeah, you know what I want to see? I want to see Neil Breen recreate the interrogation scene between Batman and the Joker. I want to see him do that. I want to see him play both characters.
Oh, you would forever ruin that scene. I mean, because all I would be thinking about is Neil Breen being like Joker. I'm feeling less stable. And the Batman goes, Batman goes, you see them out there? They don't like you. That's terrible, but whatever. That's about Neil Breen joke. That's me impersonating Neil Breen impersonating Joker.
This is my city. This is my chaos.
You never start with the head. They get all fuzzy and then they can't feel anything. See, I can't feel the quantum physics, the programmable DNA you just hit me with.
And Neil Breen as Batman. Where are they?
Oh my gosh. That is not true.
You know who Tommy Wiseau is, right?
Yes.
The Room. I did not hit her. It's not true. So he actually recreated that scene. He plays the Joker, and he got someone to play Batman, and it's simultaneously his best acting and his worst acting.
I gotta find that scene.
Seriously, look it up. It's hilarious. And he does the never start with your head. The victim gets all fuzzy. He can't feel anything.
Oh my gosh. You know what I would love to see? This would be my dream Neil Breen project, okay? It's called the Breeniverse, all right? And he takes his character from each movie, puts them together to conquer all the evil corruption that is currently happening in government and international government.
That's Neil Breen Avengers team.
Yeah. Oh my, yeah. And he's playing all these characters, and it just
And this, and like in the first Avengers, you'll have that pan around shot that shows the entire
Oh, I gotta see.
bunch of Neil Breens, and like their images are like sliding in and out of each other. Camera rotates around because the editing is just that bad.
Well, it's even like when he's supposed to be jumping in the buildings in one of the more recent movies. He's like this tall, but he's like jumping, and he's like Spider-Man sticking to like the side of a building like this. It's almost like when he filmed, he wasn't sure what picture he was going to use because the man loves stock footage. I think most of the budget goes to buying the stock footage because there's a scene in Double Down. It's a shot of a dam. He hangs on that for 45 seconds. Why? There's no reason to have this dam in the movie. It doesn't even reference it later.
Yep.
Like,
and see, that's why we need the Neil Breenaverse. So
exactly.
That way, when they finally have their team up movie, all these scenes that we previously couldn't make
It all makes sense. He'll say his Double Down is his Iron Man. I'm Here Now is his Hulk. Fateful Findings is Captain America. Then Thor.
Pair is obviously Thor and Loki.
Of course. And oh, that hurts my brain even comparing. Like I had half a brain cell coming into this show, and I somehow I'm in the negatives. I'm in debt with brain cells. See, that's a more interesting plot line.
Yeah, sir, you got 2 brain cells, and they're both fighting for 3rd place.
I gotta get out of this hospital. Yeah. Sir, you're not even in a hospital.
And then see, eventually things will just get too much, and you'll take things to the next level. And Neil Breen's gonna come in. I cannot believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide.
Wait, you're acting too well. I cannot. He doesn't even get. It's almost like he's like reading off on the distance because he goes, "I cannot believe you committed suicide." But I know this made me think of. Now, this movie is way better than any of his movies. I will hear nothing else other than this. The scene where he's in the hospital and Fateful Findings and it's clearly someone's living room makes you think of and Don't Let the River Beast Get You. When I don't remember her name, but the girl's going to the principal's office and it's very clearly someone's living room that they put a curtain up to block off.
Oh man!
Now that movie is way better than any of these by a lot.
But then of course, Neil Breen in his hospital scene, he gets out of bed and just Neil Breen ass.
That's the other thing. His first 3 movies, especially in Double Down, we see all of it. We don't just see the butt checks. We see all of it. And that scene where they're naked in the pool, the previous stock footage shot implies that they're at some kind of resort and there's kids, there's all these people. What I love too, this girl, when Neil was like, "We're gonna be naked in the scene," she went, "No," because she has one of those like tan, like thong, same color skin, whatever they're called. And then she's not wearing a bra, but she's not facing the camera. And then when she's shot, Neil is acting like he's been shot. And then she's floating, and then he's floating next to her.
With his arm over.
With his arm over her, like, yes, this will bring her back to life. Okay, I know we're jumping around. We're jumping around like a Neil Breen movie because this makes me think of stuff. So when his friend Jim dies, huh?
I said we're keeping it focused here.
Exactly. The scene where his friend Jim dies, he's at least expressing some emotion. When he comes home to his wife dead, he goes like this. Wake up. Come on. Let's go. Like, what? It's your wife. Like, were you just like counting down the days? Like, I hope she. Oh, well, because at this point he's already got his other girlfriend. Because when they meet and he's like, "It's you," he's like, "Now we gotta, let's tie the knot here." So then they go to the forest where they originally found
the mushroom.
The mushroom that was like buried like under like nothing. It wasn't even buried in the ground. They just put like twigs over it. Oh, that's like the sound guy. He's like. They didn't like in the editing bay. They didn't go. It's like they just shot everything once. And were like, but then they hook up at the same spot because yes, that's what we want to see. I just don't like Neil.
The man's an enigma.
Like I said, I think he's ahead of his time. I just don't think we have the brain. We don't have the AI brain capacity to understand. Our brains haven't fully unlocked their potential, so we can't fully understand. You know, in 50 years, people will be like, "Oh, classics." We'll be like, "No."
Yeah. In 50 years, when people look back on the history of American cinema, here's the hierarchy. We're gonna have DC, Marvel, Star Wars, was it Jurassic Park,
Star Trek,
Neil Breen. And
well, let me ask.
Not even it's even that it takes up one spot. Neil Breen takes up the top 5 just because it's that important to cinema.
Oh yeah. Well, let me ask you this: would you rather watch a movie with Steven Seagal where he is sitting in a chair fighting, or a Neil Breen film where he is just doing Neil Breen stuff?
I will watch a Neil Breen movie over a Seagal movie any day because at least
Interesting.
Neil Breen movies are fun to laugh at while you're watching.
True.
Talking about them is a different story. While
True.
you're watching, you can laugh at it. With Steven Seagal movies, I just get mad.
Well, I think too, because Neil, in a way, is trying. Not well, but like a lot of Seagal's movies, he's not even trying. He's just there for the paycheck, and then, So yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that's what we need: a Neil Breen and a Steven Seagal crossover. We need that movie. Forget Doomsday. Give us Breenagle. I just invented a new word. I'm about as smart as Neil Breen. I'm gonna start using that. The Breenagle verse.
Neil Vin Sabrine.
Because Neil likes to do that. He likes to put his name. Listen to this. Coming to theaters next summer. Breenagle. In a world not like our own.
That's just the name of his next AI character.
Oh my gosh. And then Steven Seagal sues because the Agal is used in it.
I wouldn't put him past it either.
When I was looking at the same site that I found this Neil Breen shirt, I thought, oh, there's got to be a funny Steven Seagal shirt like this. People make him look like a seagull. There are shirts where it's like Steven Seagal.
Well, I mean, Seagal has sued for less.
That is true.
He has 100%.
There's the carrot incident, but we will just leave that out there for you to discover for yourself.
Maybe on our next Steven Seagal episode of Cam and Focus Weekly.
I think I
cannot believe he committed suicide.
Wait, hold on. No, here's what we got to do. Oh, by the way, real quick before I die, he's using a rope instead of like rubber to like tie his arm. That's not going to work. I keep joking that like nothing is dark, but like this is the last time I ever talk about any kind of movies like on a show. Like if I just die randomly and it's about Neil Breen, like that's my legacy. He died doing what he loved best, talking about Neil Breen.
And next thing you know, Night of the Living Dead, you're the only zombie that's come up because you want to smack the person who said that about you.
I wake up and it's like, I am Turpep. Or whatever I always says. I am word enough.
You're stumbling around and the first person you come across is Neil Breen. You're just like, brains. You find Neil Breen. You turn the other way. Brains.
I almost would like Neil is one of those people that like, you have your George Lucases, you have your Nolans, your Villeneuves, your Finchers, your Eggers. I would love to like sit down and talk with Neil for like an hour and just
100%
open up with why. That's what I would open up with.
You sit down in the interview and you're just like, okay, Neil, this has been the question that's been burning in every fan's minds ever since your first film, and we just have to know why.
I could see him like, you know what Marvel does, like those like hour-long countdowns before they release a trailer for like a movie.
Yeah.
I could see him doing that for an announcement for his next movie. You wait an hour, and yeah, it's Breen'S. I might actually go like, yes, all right, I am seated on my couch because it won't be in theaters. But I will pay $40 to have that shipped to me on DVD, not even Blu-ray.
I really hope that Neil Breen isn't one to take offense to things easily, because I really don't want his next movie to be, watch me, Neil Breen, beat the crap out of this Asian guy.
Watch me react to this show. Again, Neil as a person, nothing. I don't know him person. I know nothing about him like as a person. He could be the coolest guy, great to talk to, but as a filmmaker, buddy, just it's a shame that he made his last film. I hope he comes out of retirement. That'll be the day that I will jump for joy. When I see on a random Reddit post, Neil does one of those Reddit Q&As. I'm the only person in there. Oh my gosh.
Neil Breen, director of The Emu War 2.
No, that is about Neil Breen level. and then at the end, we get a cameo from Seagal, and it says Seagal will appear in the Emu War 3. The end of the emus.
Emu War 3, The Return of Till.
Oh my gosh. You know what we need? We need the EMWCU. We need the Emu War Cinematic Universe. I want spin-offs. I want prequels. I want books. I want video games. I want comics. I want action figures. I want lunchboxes with the emus on there. The Queen specifically. I want.
This is going to a weird place, kid.
I was gonna say, Neil. Yeah, we need to just.
Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
And he's gone.
And back, because I'm hacking on this computer while I'm multitasking, doing the show, and I'm hacking into government and international government to reveal their secrets. And then
I'm gonna keep hacking into these government secrets, see what I can find out.
You know what I love? He must be a different level of hacker, because that's quite the feat to like get into actual government secrets with 90s laptops and flip phones and tuna.
He is an elite hacker, because if you remember, there is a shot where he stops typing on his computer, but the type continues.
You know, this is one of those gags where when you're watching it, it's funny, but then you realize, oh wait, like this could have been serious. So in Double Down, the opening scene, he's eating his tuna. He's like driving on one of those roads where then it's like, yee-ho-hoy, if you go off the side. You know, that was my goofy impression. But there's a shot where, like, I guess he's eating the tuna and he's not steering, and the car starts to go like this towards the cliff, and then it goes like, whoop. I'm like, buddy, you almost like died like halfway into production. Like, we would not have gotten all these other movies.
Neil, don't do it. You couldn't afford a stunt double.
He's like, he goes like this, please. I don't need a stunt double. Oh, by the way, Cam, because you told me you have brain cancer, I'm going to touch your head. You are healed. And then he goes, later he gets a phone call on his flip phone that's definitely hooked up to AT&T. And he goes, that's impossible. It can't be. That's impossible. It can't be. Obviously implying that the girl probably died. So he did not, in fact, heal. And imagine being that family, like, yay, our daughter's healed. 5 days later, she wasn't healed, I guess.
Oops.
And Neil does like he does in Faithful Finders with the Spanish. He just goes,
oh my. I never want to talk about Neil Breen again.
Well, guess what? This isn't the last time I'm probably going to wear the shirt on the show, so you'll at least get to see his name.
I will make it a point to ignore it every time.
It even says a guide. Whoops, hold on. A guide to hacking government systems. 5 laptops, satellite dish, 3 flip phones that don't work, unlimited cans of tuna, and then it says you can control access to. I can't read upside down. You can control access to anything with anything from my little setup. Simple, brilliant setup.
I applaud you for the effort that you put in to read that.
I know that was made me look kind of dumb there, but Neil's English doesn't exactly make sense the way he words things. A simple, brilliant setup. I could have just looked at my reflection there, and it would not have been upside down or backwards. But when you watch a Neil Breen movie, you kind of lose the capability. You realize how much of the world you don't understand, and it makes it hard to then do. You have to forget all that stuff so you can have storage in your brain to understand. I need to stop. I can't anymore. Neil. What have you done? My English, I'm gonna start talking like that to people. It's like you can access and hack anything with my simple, brilliant setup. People are gonna go, "What? What'd you say?"
Are you unwell?
I am feeling less and less stable. Have you been taking your medications? I'm just going to leave. This was well worth my time. I got to get back to hacking government and international government system. I mean, I'm an author. Sorry, I'm an author working on my second book that he'll like randomly open to a page, right, close it, open to a random page, right, and then he like reads his book and like writes notes like, oh, this dude's really smart.
It's like, the best tutor in Rivertown, USA. What makes him the best tutor?
We don't know. I could see.
What has Neil Breen's character written?
Nothing. The pages are blank, but he's reading this. he's reading.
I'm so glad you caught that too.
Yeah, but he's reading it like, wow, this author's onto something. It's like, you're the author. Like, he went to like Goodwill or something and found these blank books for some reason. It was like, aha, I can throw these at my laptops that don't work.
I'm not ready for this.
Oh, I love to when his wife's having an argument with him. Here's a solution, guys. This is how you what you do. You start ripping off your cheap clothes, and then you start throwing everything off your desk. You put her on, and then you cut to the next scene. You don't finish. You just cut.
Neil, everybody.
Exactly. If you are just as confused as if you are confused, I can't even talk anymore, Neil. You've ruined my English. I am just as confused as anyone else watching this episode. I don't know anymore. I don't know how we talked about Neil Breen for an hour and a half.
I don't know either, but somehow it happened, and
we were like 20 minutes into the episode, and I went, "There's no way we'll last 40," and here we are.
You under my power to shit talk Neil Breen.
Neil's like, you got to deliver it like Neil. You have underestimated my ability. You got to say it like this, almost like you didn't memorize your lines and you are reading off the script.
You have to talk like Neil Breen, the way that Neil Breen talks.
You're right. I was giving him too much credit. I was giving him too much credit. That is not true. I'm going to look off to the camera now. What's my next line? Right. She left. I didn't do anything. I stopped her. She's only allowed back over unless she calls.
If she calls first.
Because I don't want it to seem like I like young girls, because that girl's like 16. That's me highballing. She may not even be that old.
No, I thought. Well,
Or she might be older. I don't know.
the character I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the actress was 19 when she filmed the scenes.
How you even know that? I don't know. I don't want to know. Looked up her IMDb and went.
Did my research.
Whoa, you went to the Neil Breen website. Was like, I'm hacking.
Hacking Neil Breen secrets.
I don't think we want to know Neil's secrets.
Well, on that note, I'd say that we've kind of used.
Now we're going to torture Cade the Torture Cross. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't want.
I'm kidding. I don't want to. I'm out. I'm done.
No, next week let's do a great film, so that way we can kind of cleanse our palate.
Yes. Well, we've basically done back-to-back topic episodes, because we did Nolan last 2 weeks ago, which was good.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, we'll think of some. We will think of our next watch between now and probably Thursday. Is that my line? All right, good. And cut.
Yeah. Well, as far as shameless plugs go, we have MCU Mondays tomorrow over on Feast of Fandoms. We also have the Feast of Fandoms Cantina Happy Hour on Thursday, where we talk about all things Star Wars. Go check us out over there. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. Thank you everybody so much for surpassing 60 subscribers. That was my goal, and we kind of blew right past it. So,
like a day, like an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate that, and I really hope you appreciate what I went through to celebrate it. It was tough, but
it was. You are feeling less and less stable. You're gonna go to work tomorrow and be like, I'm frozen, by the way.
Well, so that'll be it for today's episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And you can check us out next Sunday, where we talk about what I hope is going to be a considerably better film.
It's not a high bar to set.
Yeah. As long as it's not I Am Here.